In 1947, the world stood at a crossroads. World War II had ended, empires were collapsing, and two superpowers emerged, the United States and the Soviet Union. From this moment onward, America would shape global politics, wars, technology, and culture. This is the story of the United States from 1947 to 2025, a journey of power, progress, conflict, and change. In 1947, the United States officially entered the Cold War era. President Harry Truman introduced the Truman Doctrine, promising to support nations resisting communism. Soon after, the Marshall Plan helped rebuild Europe and strengthen U.S. influence. The rivalry with the Soviet Union was not fought directly, but through proxy wars, espionage, and nuclear competition. The Korean War, 1950 to 1953, became the first major conflict of the Cold War, ending in a stalemate. At home, America experienced economic growth, suburban expansion, and a baby boom. However, fear of communism led to McCarthyism, where many Americans were accused of being communist sympathizers without evidence. The 1960s were a time of major transformation. The civil rights movement, led by figures like Martin Luther King Jr., fought against racial segregation and discrimination. Landmark laws such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and Voting Rights Act of 1965 changed American society forever. Meanwhile, the Vietnam War deeply divided the nation. The U.S. aimed to stop the spread of communism in Southeast Asia, but the war became long, costly, and controversial. In 1975, America withdrew, marking a painful chapter in U.S. history. This era also saw historic achievements like the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969, proving U.S. technological dominance. After Vietnam, America faced economic struggles, oil crises, and loss of public trust following the Watergate scandal, which led to President Nixon's resignation. In the 1980s, President Ronald Reagan focused on military strength and economic reforms. His tough stance against the Soviet Union increased Cold War pressure, but diplomacy later improved relations. In 1991, the Cold War officially ended with the collapse of the Soviet Union, leaving the United States as the world's sole superpower. The 1990s brought economic growth, globalization, and the rise of the internet. However, on September 11, 2001, terrorist attacks changed America forever. Nearly 3,000 people were killed, leading to the War on Terror. The U.S. invaded Afghanistan and later Iraq in 2003, aiming to eliminate terrorism and weapons threats. These wars lasted years, costing trillions of dollars and thousands of lives. In 2008, the U.S. faced a massive financial crisis, shaking the global economy. Shortly after, Barack Obama became the first African-American president, symbolizing social progress. The 2010s were marked by rapid technological growth, social media influence, and increasing political polarization. Issues like immigration, racial justice, and climate change dominated national debates. In 2016, Donald Trump was elected president, representing a shift toward nationalism and America First policies. His presidency was controversial and deeply divided public opinion. In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic caused widespread deaths, economic shutdowns, and social disruption, becoming one of the biggest crises in modern U.S. history. Under President Joe Biden, the U.S. focused on pandemic recovery, economic stabilization, and global alliances. Rising tensions with China, the Russia-Ukraine war, artificial intelligence growth, and climate challenges define this period. By 2025, the United States remains powerful, but faces internal division, economic inequality, and global competition, testing the future of American leadership. From Cold War battles to technological revolutions, the United States has shaped modern history. The story from 1947 to 2025 is not just about power, but about resilience, change, and the ongoing struggle to define freedom in a changing world.